What's up, everyone, and welcome back to The Bomb Show. Thanks for returning as we attempt to present the most elite reviews possible for those super special things very near and dear to us. For this episode, we have not one, but two of our top 5 anticipated 6-scale pieces for this year. Introducing Batman and Robin from the 1960s pop culture classic television series. Both figures are manufactured and sold separately by the 6-scale behemoth Hot Toys as part of their ongoing movie masterpiece series of action figures. Their packaging is exactly what we hoped for without going DX. We get a slipcase package covered in a super bright and simple throwback comic/animation style box, so reminiscent of the TV show intro animation. Blue and yellow for Batman, red and green for Robin. The classic Bat logo and that silhouette skyline all beautifully arranged to immediately attract attention. Inside, we get the matching full window boxes with a clear view into the multiple clamshell layers, housing the figures themselves and all of the delightful accessories that await the very fortunate person who acquires either of these seemingly amazing collectibles. We couldn't wait, we opened them hours ago, and here they are. Unpacked and on display, the Caped Crusaders look absolutely fabulous. Batman and Robin have never looked campier, from their semi-mass faces to their reassuring chest emblems. If you don't recall this particular incarnation of the dynamic duo, you probably missed the mark by a couple of decades, before The Dark Knight went and got all serious and realistic on us in the big screen. No, this was a much simpler time when villains were happy to be evil and the good guys merely punched and kicked their way to victory in a glorious display of heroism. Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson leapt from the television screens into children's imagination with ease and simplicity. And Hot Toys just as easily teleports our hearts and minds back in time with these incredible interpretations of now big and old kids' memories from about a third of the way back into the previous millennium. In our opinion, these are easily the best thing to happen to Bat collectors of that generation. Let's check out what's beneath these guys' masks and costumes. At Batman's base, we have an all-black True Type featuring all the best in articulation technology, including double-jointed knees and elbows, rolling shoulders, a triple ball-jointed neck, 3-segment core, swiveling biceps and hips, and universals everywhere else, all for exceptional dynamic posability and loads of replay value in the display department. We also get an additional rubberized pectoral and upper back muscle overlay to beef up the Caped Crusader. His garments begin with an all-white elastic core padding for further girth around the core. Next up, we get an additional padded torso undergarment to thicken up Batman's middle. On top of that, we get yet another pair of all-black padded pull-ups to add some junk down there and around the trunk. Over that, we get a super thin elastic full-length bodysuit to conceal all the bright colored garments. Finally, we get that classic gray-blue coverall which zips up at the rear and adorns the classic black on yellow bat insignia. Down at the very bottom, we get a pair of beautifully sculpted purple on black boots with amazing detail and soft rubberized material for surprising flexibility. Next up in the middle, we get Batman's deep blue exo pull-ups to keep his junk in the right places. Following that, we have his left and right 2-piece glove and gauntlet ensemble featuring a beautiful sculpt and paint job, and of course, those spiked forearms still in style with today's Batman incarnations. Next up, we have his multi-segment utility belt, which features those classic peripherals and the authentic polished metal Bat belt buckle. Around back, we have the deep blue cape, which features a clasp around the collar, 4 snap buttons for advanced cape posing, and a beautiful sheen finish. And finally, we have Batman's beautifully sculpted neck seal and head sculpt. We are looking at an absolutely amazing portrait of our beloved 1960s television incarnation of Batman over an uncanny likeness of Adam West. both with virtually unparalleled sculpting, texturing, and paint techniques. We also get 2 additional switch-out lower portraits for a total of 3 options to illustrate some of Batman's more memorable expressions, for amazing display options and additional replay value. It's quite amazing how Hot Toys managed to capture the most subtle nuances of familiar characters and people with only portions of their faces exposed. At Robin's core, we have a smaller and much more slender tan-colored body with an extra narrow chest, most likely to simulate Burt Ward's younger physique. We get all the same great articulation and posability here, minus the double-jointed elbows, probably for a less obstructed look to Robin's unsleeved arms. Otherwise, he'll pose with the best of them. The Boy Wonder's costuming starts off with a pair of trapezoid/shoulder pads. Hot Toys kindly used a very forgiving glue, which was easily removable and non-damaging to the base body. It actually restuck to the figure without any additional adhesive. Next up, we have the multi-piece coveralls consisting of the tan leggings and green shorts and short sleeve top combo. All connected, but each a different material which fit great over the lightly padded body. Down at the bottom, we have Robin's pair of fold-over shoes, which have an amazing sculpt and paint job, and feature that same soft rubberized material for great flexibility. Next up, around the waist, we have the iconic throwback utility belt featuring multiple utility details and the gold belt buckle. Next up, we have Robin's left and right 2-piece glove and gauntlet sets, which feature open sleeve design, a superb sculpt and paint job to match. Back up top, we have the Boy Wonder's vest and cape combo, which feature the iconic yellow on black R badge, amazing micro grommet and lace detail down the chest, a zipper, Velcro, and button snap at the rear, and that same beautiful sheen yellow finish cape. Finally, you have Robin's portrait, which is equally, if not more impressive than the Caped Crusaders. Again, we have that amazing sculpt, incredible texturing, and an absolutely remarkable paint job to finish it off. Burt Ward seems to be miniaturized and faithfully restored as our favorite caped sidekick from the 1960s. As far as accessories go, the dynamic duo arrive ready and willing to smash and bash their way through crime. Batman begins with none other than the shark repellent aerosol spray, which features the removable cap and nifty white nozzle. We also get the iconic oversized bomb for Batman to run in circles with, searching for a safe place to dispose of it. We also get Batman's Bat Radio for keeping in contact with law enforcement, Robin, and of course, the Commissioner. Of course, we get the Batarang with detachable rope for climbing, swinging, or whatever else the Caped Crusader might find himself doing. Batman also gets 11 additional hands for a total of 13 in a variety of positions, from accessory-ready poses to fists to relaxed palms, for an array of display options. Robin is no slouch either. He's also armed with a bat radio to keep in touch in case of necessary emergency communication. He's also got a Batarang with a detachable rope for equally impressive feats of action and agility. The Boy Wonder also comes supplied with a pair of bat handcuffs to restrain the bad guys before they get any bright ideas. He also comes packed with 8 additional hands for a total of 10 in various poses, from accessory-specific positions to fists to relaxed palms, for a multitude of display options. Of course, both Batman and Robin come packed with lower support stands featuring the classic television show logo and their individual nameplates. One last cool thing to mention about this set is the inner boxes, which double as building segments to simulate the classic vertical climb scenarios Batman and the Robin occasionally found themselves in amidst their crime-fighting heyday. This was a really sharp idea and a cool touch for extra wow factor points on already amazing pieces. To sum it all up, these guys have immediately skyrocketed to the absolute top of our 6-scale superhero collectibles heap. For those who fancy this generation of Batman for whatever reason, please do not hesitate to locate and obtain these guys no matter the cost or sacrifice. This is a blatant example of nostalgia at its finest. 60s Bat fans will most certainly be floored with either of these guys, and as a set, they are unmatched. No two superhero figures can top these guys at the moment, and we don't see any threats on the horizon. Hot Toys have given us something of a new benchmark with this set, and the only possible improvement to this set, in our humble estimation, would have been DX treatment. And Hot Toys, if you ever listen to us, don't stop with these figures. Make an Eartha Kitt Catwoman, a Julie Newmar Catwoman, a Joker, Penguin, Riddler, and while you're at it, the Bat Cycle with the sidecar. Until next time, peace and love.